Hello, my name is Michaela Sandino, and I will be doing my lesson plan adaptation for an environmental geology elective for 9th through 12th grade. My adaptation is the traveling assignment. I am sorry I could not get my camera to work, but I hope you enjoy this presentation. What is it? The traveling assignment is used mainly for worksheets. It can be used as a worksheet or movement adaptation as noted in John's page 32 and 76. What happens is a teacher makes a worksheet and then they cut it up into pieces, into smaller sections that make sense to go together, and then they tape them around the room. Then students walk around with a clipboard or binder and answer questions by section from the cut up worksheet. So they'll answer all the questions on their own piece of paper, and they will do that around the classroom for the assignment. When they are finished with one section, they will move to the next. They get to choose the order in which they complete the worksheet, or the teacher can have it set up as stations and you follow it around the room. So group 1 starts at station 1, group 2 at station 2, and then they move clockwise around the room. That's an example. Students will write their answers on their piece of paper and they can later transfer it back onto a full worksheet if the teacher so desires. So students will write all their answers for all the sections on their piece of paper. They'll write question 1, answer 93 kilograms, and then they will fill that in on the full worksheet if that's what the teacher wants. Students will work in small groups and complete any math problems or free response on their own, but then compare and discuss with their partners all of their answers. So they will look at the question, they'll answer it on their own, depending on if it's a what do you think, what should this person do, or based on your height, what would work for you. Then they'll compare and discuss with their partners for all the answers, and answers that are just a number, like what is 50% of 20% of the population of giraffes in Africa, then they should all have the correct same answer. What is it used for? The traveling assignment is used to help students who struggle to focus or concentrate. It breaks down the worksheet into smaller sections, which typically makes it easier for students to accomplish. It breaks it up, then students don't have to look at a whole worksheet all at the same time, but they can look at a smaller section and then complete one section at a time. It can reduce stress and make that less overwhelming for the students. It is an adaptation that can also be used as a movement adaptation. So if you notice it's towards the end of the school year and students are getting restless, you send them to do this assignment. It gets them out of their seat and moving around. This is also a good assignment for the second half of a block period if you have a class longer than 90 minutes. This gets the students up and then lets them be able to talk also. This would be used in my lesson plan for an environmental worksheet that looks at disaster data for a certain year. This is how it looks. So on the left is the full worksheet, and on the right is 3 sections of the worksheet that can be split up, don't go together. So on the left, both worksheets give the students the website. So I would give that to them up on the board to begin with. And then they would have at least one person per group have a computer. They would look at this website, and it's for data. They're looking at data for the year that they were born. So in most cases, most students are going to be within the same 4 years. But since it is an elective, there will be students from all over. And then they will look at events, natural disaster events during the year that they were born, and fill in the data. So one of the example questions, the first question, find the number of events and overall losses for that year. So for me, I would look at 1997, the number of events, 5,000 overall losses in US dollars, 7 million. And then the next question it directs you to what to do next. Use the arrow. Different kinds of events are indicated by color. Locate a major earthquake and click on the circle. Copy the information in the pop-up. I have done this activity. It's very entertaining. Doesn't take a lot of time, but it is fun to play around with. And then when I did this, even after I finished the worksheet, then I just played around on the website. So students can do that if they have any free time after they finish the worksheet. Some other uses for this is excellent for students with ADHD or students who are struggling to concentrate. Again, like I said, if it's the end of the school year or right before Christmas break, and students are just not focusing very well, this one gives them a task to do in a group and gets them on their feet. They are able to talk and move about the classroom, work with some partners. I will also use this probably to break down bigger assignments for students to make it more manageable. Kind of like what is going on in this class. Okay, you turn in this part of the assignment by this day, you turn in this part by the next day. I want your rough draft due in 2 weeks, and then your final draft will be due a week after that kind of thing. This can be used in math or science classes for worksheets or even longer homework assignments. For example, giving a worksheet in a math or chemistry class. Do problems 1 through 10 tonight for homework and problems 11 through 15 tomorrow for homework. This can also be used in other classes, such as music, learning a couple lines of notes, and then moving on to the next part of the song. This could be used in English, like I said, for the paper. Okay, I want you to have the topic sentence here, and then you're going to the next station, you're going to do your first introductory, then you're going to write your hook, and then the last station shows you the format that all of those sentences should go in, and you put them all together in a paper. For my students, I have 2 boys and a girl. Brewer is a student who suffers from concussions. He has a traumatic brain injury. So this will help him focus. This will help him break up the assignments, especially when he's getting a headache and needs to take a break. And this will help him be more engaged in the class. For Ethan, this will help him with his self-confidence. Ethan is a student who struggles with a speech impairment. This will help him with his self-confidence because it puts him in a small group, so he doesn't have to worry about speaking out in front of the whole class. And this is fun for him, getting to be included in a group and get more of a say on what goes on than in the whole class. And Macy is a student who suffers. Macy is a student with cancer. So smaller parts of homework help her for when she's tired and she can't complete a whole worksheet all at the same time. When she needs to show competency in a topic, this helps her break it up and do it in smaller sections. And since her days are more sporadic than they are planned, she can stop what she is doing to go to treatment or take a break, get a snack, take a nap, and that helps her get everything done, but in smaller chunks that are less intimidating. I hope that this was a helpful presentation for you. Please let me know if you have any questions. Thank you for watching.